Hello, everyone that's tuned in this quickly. I am going to share this with some of my friends on my page, and then I will be right with you. So, I was celebrating Festivus today, able to see the Seinfeld episodes. Share. I was able to see the Seinfeld episodes, which is a pretty good way to celebrate and bring in Festivus while I'm trying to share this link here with my friends. So we can I'll just copy the link then. So if you're joining me now, welcome. I've got some interesting things to discuss today, and in the mood of Festivus, I've got some issues with some people, and I'm going to discuss that. Feeling one. A few people watching already. Okay, thank you. Cut my hair. Thank you. Yes. I hear that all the time. I actually grow it for a couple reasons, but the number one reason is that I donate my hair to childhood cancer stuff to do wigs and whatever. And I still have hair, so I'm able to grow it long, and that's really why I do it. So, hey, Rob, thank you for watching. But it does. What's up, Travis? It does help in the paintball world. I'm not going to lie with the long hair. But yeah, most of my life I was in the corporate world, so I looked more like dudes from the movie Wall Street than a hippie. But I guess ever since I spent time with Forrest Brown, the hippie the hippie mojo rubbed off on me, because he was a really smart man, but he was comfortable and he just wanted to be himself, and that's a very empowering angle to be and to take. So I'm not waiting for anyone in particular to join, but what I wanted to discuss today is the issue of sponsorships. Sponsorships in paintball, conceptually and on down the line. I've been in paintball for over 30 years. I've seen a lot of things. I've handled sponsorships actually for teams now well over 20 years in paintball, in the industry and also out of the industry. So I would say that I have a fairly good grasp of what's going on. And I get these questions all the time from people texting me, private messaging me, how do I get sponsored? What do I do? I just want to do a video where I can say, hey, watch this video. Most of your questions will be answered in this video. So I'll just start straight away. The definition of sponsorship is different for every person in paintball. Some people, if you give them a discount on this lighter, I give you a discount on this lighter. Normally it's $1.29, but hey, you're a good player, you're a good customer, whatever, I'll sell it to you for $1. To most, that's a discount. In some areas, some people like to consider that a sponsorship. But again, it's more of a discount than a sponsorship. To me, and in my definition of a quote unquote paintball sponsorship, is that there's an exchange happening. Goods, services, attention, could be money, it's investing in each other is what a sponsorship means to me, and what it should mean to a lot of people out there. Now, first we're going to cover paintball sponsors, which with COVID being the way that it is, and anyone who knows anything about paintball sponsorships, there is no money there. There won't be money there. You have to be pro to get any kind of pro or a buddy. You know, there's always the homie hookups, but you can't build and grow a team on homie hookups because homies change, and that's important. So take that from this video. The other thing is that the number one thing that I suggest to people is to start at home. Start close to where you are, your field, where you play. If you're a competitive, hey guys, if you're a competitive player, sell yourself. Another myth that I will dispel: nobody is going to come up and say, here's some money for playing D5, D4, D3, D2, semi-pro. Players might get bribed at that point where it's like, we got a solid squad, but we got to bring this dude in and he won't play for nothing. That's different. That's not sponsorships. That's team negotiations, and that's a different episode. But hi, Nikki. I hope you're feeling better, by the way, Nikki. And I got that stuff, and I'm going to send it out to you. But, Merry Christmas, and I hope you're feeling better. Anyways, so we've already established that the paintball industry as a whole is not going to be able to, even if they want to, they're not going to be able to input a lot of revenue into sponsorships. It's just how it is. But the good thing about this is that I've traveled the country this year, even with the COVID restrictions and all. There are areas where they're experiencing record growth, like 200%, 300% over what they normally do. So again, some fields do it the right way, some fields don't. Again, that's another episode, but we're here to talk about sponsorships. So if you're a divisional team, start local and learn from the teams that are already there and that already get the deals. Okay, that's kind of how it is, and the people learn from the people before you. So if there's a pro player playing at your field and you go and you point out and you say, I want that dude's deal, Uh, it's not going to happen. Sorry. But again, it's kind of one of those great things about paintball where you have to be connected, and dudes have to sign off on other dudes going, yeah, you know, hook him up because he deserves to be hooked up, or, you know, whatever. But again, what I'm talking about is things that can help you guys, teams, the people who ask me all the time, what can I do to get a team sponsor? Well, if there wasn't COVID going on, what I would say, the first thing that I would say is go to a bar and grill, restaurant, anything in the area close to where you practice. Hit them up for, hey, every time we come after practice, we're going to have 7, 10, 15, 20, whatever it is, people. You're helping that business. That business, believe me, if they can count on you every other Sunday, once a month, you can do whatever. And then here's an added benefit. Here's going farther down the rabbit hole. Most of the restaurants pre-COVID had softball teams, had whatever, where they had to pay $600, $800, but then they'd come down after every game and celebrate. Do the same thing, but do it for paintball. And if you scrimmage teams, invite those teams to come in with your families on off nights, build it, become part of that business, and show that you want to affect their business. And believe me, they will give back. If they're smart in any way, they will give back. Um, I had a I had a sponsorship with a restaurant in Minneapolis that my buddy ran. And we had a spaghetti fundraiser at his restaurant where he just did normal stuff. But anybody that bought, it was actually deep fried spaghetti balls. Anybody that bought those, all the proceeds go to the team, and that's what he was doing for me. So again, that's just one very, very, very quick and easy thing to do. And if you're saying you have family and friends who have businesses that want to promote stuff, put their logo on your jersey, that doesn't do much. If you talk to your friends about it, maybe it does something, you know. I wear exclusively people who sponsor me and their shirts. So there's many times that people will not see me in people will see me in non-paintball shirts, because again, I support those who support me. And it's kind of like the base principle in sponsorship. It needs to be a two-way street. No company is going to experience millions of dollars in growth because they put their logo on little Tommy's paintball team. But if little Tommy's paintball team goes to his restaurant and his family and friends talk about that restaurant because it's good, then you can leverage it into whatever you choose and ever you decide to. So that's where it starts. Okay. I'm just going to go, off the cuff. I'm not going to, I have zero script. But if people want to ask me questions, I'm too available, and just hit me up, and we'll talk about specifics if you have specifics. So the next level up from your intro level, hey, this is my, family's bar, this is a bar, this is a restaurant. Now you're getting into product, okay? Very, very, very few in all of my years of doing this, and it's 20 some, there's there's very few companies that look at paintball and don't have a negative response, because it used to be guys running around in the woods. At least it's not that anymore, but people still think of guns. So when you approach some people, it's best to leave things out of the equation. Yeah, leave them out of the equation. And that would be talking about guns. So, anyways, the next level is product sponsorships. Now, ask yourself this: why would a company sponsor you? Do you ski? Do you rollerblade? Do you play hockey? Are you sponsored by all the companies that in every sport that you participate in? No, it's, and paintball gets that rep. Hi, Rebecca and family. Merry Christmas. I can hear the elf music right now. It's not ever going to be something for nothing. So if you have a favorite product, if you have a hometown manufacturer, if you have a connection in any way, come up with a concept. Think of something that you can do to bring awareness to a business or a product, and see how it goes. Now, I talk to people and they're like, how do I get sponsored? And I said, look, I'll spell it out real easy, okay? Real easy. I want to sponsor your team. You do. Okay. Yep. I want to sponsor your team. I want to give you guys money. You do. Yeah. Okay. I want to give you guys money. And I'm going to give you guys product. But I want you to buy X amount of that product over the season. Oh, that sounds good. You're going to give me money, give me product, and I'm expected to sell X amount by the end. Sounds good. One, that rarely happens. Two, if it does, it's set up a completely different way. And that's, again, part of the confusion and art of the deal. And the reason why I say such things is this. When I lived in Colorado, which was about 7 years ago, there was a company there that I drove past all the time. And tons of nice cars, manufacturing facility. It was great. And I researched the company because, of course, I was out there playing paintball at the time. And the company makes a lot of cosmetic stuff. I guess it would be considered cosmetics. Chapsticks, breath sprays, mints. But what they do is they have a house brand, but the majority of their business is private labels. So they do things for other manufacturers. Some manufacturers are open to who they manufacture for, and some are not. The reason why I bring up this point is this. Chap Ice. Hey, Kevin, welcome. Chap Ice is a brand which is essentially, this is chapstick. Chapstick. Burt's Bees, bunch of other stuff, cheap stuff, expensive stuff. Chap Ice is just part of a company that I've been working on, who does out of the industry things. But then I go out and I say to my friends, I say, hey, friends, here's some free. Here's some free chapstick or free chap ice. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you'd buy it again. Tell me if it causes a rash. Tell me if if stuff falls off. Tell me. Give me some kind of feedback, because that's what people are after. That's what businesses are after. Businesses are after information, however they go about getting it, they're going to get it. But again, it's information. So if I give you free chapstick, tell me. If you want to do me a super solid, post something, anything. All my friends are posting stuff about crazy stuff. Okay? If I'm trying to help the team, if I'm trying to help the organization, if I'm trying to build sponsors, and I give you product, and you can't give me your honest opinion, can't post as you sit at home or go to the bathroom or do whatever, you don't deserve to be sponsored. You got to be a damn good player if you choose to operate in that environment, where if you want something for nothing and you won't do anything for what it is that you're given, it's only going to last so long. But it goes with the chapstick. It goes with the business model of my team, of my team's website, of what I'm building and what I'm doing. And I'm trying to affect change, and I'm trying to build things. And it's not just build paintball, it's build life, it's build awareness. People's businesses are collapsing, whether it's in paintball, out of paintball. Every dollar is important to some people. Some people are suffering more than others. And again, most of our therapy is paintball. So if I give back and I say, hey, I can help. I can get you a way where you can make money, or you can do things, look at things a different way, sell yourself and your team a different way, and it brings opportunity. If I can do that, then it's great. That's my goal. But I want to encourage at this time people to go to the web page that I'm not a web page builder, but I did my team web page. The henchmanpb.com is essentially a website for my team and the sponsors that sponsor us, the gear that we use. So then I'll stock all the gear that we use, and that's what will be on the store, so that if guys on the team need stuff, boom, I have it in stock. Real simple, real easy. Free tip. That's what I'm going to do. But also on that website is things that I've been experimenting with over the last 6 to 8 months. Some products that have expressed interest in paintball, supporting paintball, and some who haven't. They need to see numbers because, again, it's all about numbers. It's all about numbers. But if you go to the site, you'll start seeing things, and this is, again, where it changes. Okay. Now, instead of your normal or above ordinary paintball sponsors, shout out to Caesar at Ultra Silk. Caesar, thank you very much. So not just with that, but you have something like this, Hustle Butter. I was contacted by this company because, again, it's one of those things where out there in the world, in the advertising world, people pay attention. And if they're not moving product, they try to find new ways to move that product. Sometimes my paths cross with those people and opportunity presents itself. Okay. This is one opportunity that has come from this off season. Go ahead and look at it. It's Hustle Butter. It's used, this in particular is used for tattoos mostly. And when it comes to rating for use on tattoos, super high rated, one of the highest. It's also sold at a national chain. Ulta Beauty carries Hustle Butter brand. So it's not some small, never heard of company. It's a company that people have and they may have experience with, because I asked some of my friends, hey, you have tattoos. What did you use? I used this the first time, that the second time, then I heard about this. Okay. So that's one. Hustle Butter. That's available on the website as well. Hustle Butter came out with a new product, which is the CBD Lux. Okay. CBD. The latest, greatest, hottest selling stuff. Everybody is selling CBD stuff, right? Right. You have to be smart when you try to do these things. Of course, people you want to buy from you. So they're either going to want to save money, support you. Very rarely are you going to find someone to pay more. It's like, I can get that online for less, bro. Why would I buy from you? You can do that at a lot of stores as well. But again, it's the mentality of people. So again, I'm not here to tell anybody how to think, how to feel. This is my feelings and how I'm treating things, and sooner or later I'll find out if I'm right or completely wrong. So, anyways, we covered the hustle butter. Here's a company that I'm not even involved with, but because I do research on things, because it's important to me as a paintball player, as a father, as a human being. It's important to me to know what's going in, on, and my body. So it goes down from everything, shampoos to whatever. You can choose to pick anything. If you want to go after shavers, go after shavers. Come up with something. But this, trying to get it, Activine is how I was first introduced to this company, is for the muscle relaxer, because I used to do some repping for BioFreeze before, but this is a muscle relaxer, and it does so much more. The thing that I was really trying, and I like to try stuff out before I make all these claims, and then I give it to friends and they try it out. There's a full process to it, but the manufacturer said that it helps with bruises and scarring from welts. They didn't really say welts, but scarring from tattoos, scarring from injury. If you're a paintball player and you get shot somewhere and you've been playing for a while, you're going to have some welts and some reminders for the rest of your life. So I started using that product, but I don't really have sore muscles because I'm not running and jumping all over the field like I normally do, but they have this lotion. Now, my daughter has eczema. So I have tried every single expensive lotion that I possibly could to help her, from prescriptions to whatever. And things would change, but it never seemed to really do it. This Activine uh, does. And it's all natural. It's paraben free. If you want info on it, it's on the site. Again, I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm trying to show you a different way of how things should be done. But they have the Activine hand lotion, and then they have the Activine muscle therapy. Let's just call it muscle therapy. Another thing that made sense to me, and that I don't have a relationship with, but I hope to, because there's been a lot of conversation back and forth, is another company called Hex. Now, Hex is a laundry detergent, but it's specifically formulated for athletic apparel, tight knit, neoprene, bad smelling products. Okay. I had the fortunate or unfortunate pleasure of being at an Airbnb for Vegas this year with a team, and I can't tell you how many loads of laundry those dudes were doing and how bad it smelled. And so again, went in my head and I thought, hey, why not look for something? So started with Hex. If you want information on Hex, it's at the website. Okay, Hex. And the other stuff is that this stuff isn't expensive. That's my point. If you do a little research, and if you look into things, it's like, I don't know how much a big bottle, 6-ounce bottle of the eczema hand lotion is, but I guarantee you, like, a bottle of it's $10. $10. That's what this is. $10. So it's not like, and again, you can research it, see all the stuff that's in it. It's not just additives and chemicals. It's natural herbs. It's natural oils, essences that help. And again, this isn't also about money. It's about doing stuff smart, believing in the products that you sell and that support your team. Because again, that's the whole thing. Again, opportunities. You have to seize them. A candy manufacturer. Okay. This candy is manufactured in Minnesota. Actually, my grandma used to work for the company, Pearson's. They make the nut roll, but they also have the nut goodie. They also have the bit of honey candy, peppermint patties. They do a bunch of stuff. But again, it's one of those things. Do you want a pack of a case or two of free Pearson's nut rolls to say, hey, we're sponsored, we get to eat these and put the logo on our jersey? Or are you going to take the 3 cases that they give to you and do something with it and pay for an entry at a local event? This is stuff that I didn't think that I would have to explain to some people, but apparently I do, because I get asked this question a lot of the time. And that's again, that's how it is. But then you can go as simple as, again, I want to thank some of my sponsors and the Henchmen sponsors, because it's not just about out of industry and in industry, it's a balance. You guys need to go out, find a company that you can help, okay? In COVID, don't expect anything. A company that you can help. I've done this with multiple companies. Sure, I wanted something, but because of my connections or whatever, I was able to help them out, and I didn't want anything for it. You know, we're all in this together, and regardless of political affiliations or anything, it sucks. It sucks for everybody. Some people it sucks more. Again, I'm just trying to help you change your way of thinking, maybe make paintball a little bit more affordable for you and your team, and help grow paintball all at the same time. So with that, I would like to thank the Pro DNA for sponsoring the Henchmen. The Henchmen are a team that I am leading this year. I'm also working with other teams, Wisconsin Infamous and Cody Mikowski from Infamous, and Jonah Jamraz from Infamous as well. We're going to be, hey Ryan, happy holidays. I'm going to be spending a lot of time there. I also hope to be spending time at Blast Camp in Indiana. I love most of the guys at Blast Camp. Virgil runs a great spot there, and so I hope to be there. Siege is closer for me, but we'll also be in Des Moines. Because I have friends like Nick Matthews, who lives in Omaha, who will be coming to Des Moines to practice and coach and educate some of the guys that we have in the program this year. So again, that's a little pitch about the team and what's going on. Who wants a sponsorship? Everybody wants a sponsorship. I haven't even told this story, but since Nick was in the comment section and asked who wants a sponsorship, I'm going to tell the story. I owned a store in the early 2000s, and I had a kid come down to my store. And he said, "Hey, will you sponsor my team?" And I said to him, "Let me look at your resume." Because he was one of the very few, who took time, effort, energy, and, put it in plastic, put some, word time into it. And when he came in, I responded to him that I would give him what I was giving as an intro sponsorship. And the intro sponsorship at my store at the time was a lubrication sponsorship, because I made my own lube. So you get that free. And before every event, you come into the store. I'll take the battery out of your gun. I'll take the battery out of your loader, and I'll put all fresh batteries in there. Okay. That's what my intro level sponsorship was. It wasn't enough to this young gentleman, and I took that opportunity to maybe uncork, maybe go over the line, maybe not handle myself in the professional way that I should have. Because the thing is that I don't know in what existence, universe, sport, anything, where somebody who's never played an event, this team has never played an event at that time. This is how I remember it, but this was 20 some years ago. Okay. And then I offer them free stuff and was told it's not good enough. Well, needless to say, that sponsorship never happened. And hopefully that person learned a lesson that sponsorships need to be a two-way street. And that's the education that I'm trying to pass on and give some ideas as well. But what I was doing is I was thanking the Pro DNA brand, Infamous, Travis, Cody, Samantha from Infamous, great team to work with, and they've been supporting us. We just got our new henchman barrel freak tips for our barrels in. They're also on the site. But again, thank you to Freak Paintball and Gog and Shocker and everybody there for supporting us, because again, without support, you can't do what it is that you want to do. And the last thing that I want to do is I want to say that the Henchman brand and team is being formed across the Midwest. There's the Pro DNA logo. Sorry for it being a little bit wrinkly, but you can see all of this stuff and the stuff that I've been working on the website that's been scrolling across the bottom. Because again, if you watch this video and you listen to what I have to say, I believe that if you put a little bit of effort and a little bit of energy into it, you can get something this year that your team can benefit from. And all it takes is one. All it takes is one. You need one big sponsor, and then you can start saying, hey, these people are paying attention because we do this. Oh, really? Well, I would like you to do that for me. It opens the doors to opportunities. Paintball players, nobody's going to knock your door down to give you money to play paintball. So you either become such a great player that people have to sponsor you, or learn how to promote yourself, promote your team, be smart about things, and you can make moves even with COVID happening. So with that, there really isn't much more to discuss. There's opportunities out there. I have a lot of exciting, amazingly exciting things that are happening that I can't really talk about now, again, out of industry, but it helps. And every little bit helps. Every attention. So what Kevin's doing with the Fox Sports out of the industry, support that. Support the fields and stores in your areas, because without it, they can't make it. But I'm trying to tell you, don't ask those people for money. Don't ask Paintball for nothing. Don't ask GI or Core. Don't ask nothing. Go out of the industry. Find someone close to you and affect their business in a positive way. And the chances are they'll see value in your team, in you. And that's how you go about getting sponsorships in paintball. So with that, thank you very much for listening to my rant. Again, if anybody has any questions or wants to get any other info, the website is not perfect. I did it. I'm not a website designer. I just did it to get it enough that I can start repping the brands and building my team and helping promote the sport, build the sport, help my friends, all of that. So that's my intention. That's what I wanted to do today with this. So I hope you got something out of it. And I thank you for your time. So thank you, everyone. Have a great